can't drive.
Is this thing on?
That was very harsh, Ty.
I just want to say, Will Hawk, there is photographic evidence that my hair never looked like that in the 80s.
Vera's blowing up for the historical erect. Oh, wow. Won't even
Listen,
try.
it's not
You're
Will's
hysterical
fault.
and erect. Listen, if you're erect and it's hysterical, that's another show.
That's a problem. That is a problem.
I loved that you called it my album cover.
Yeah. It's like Vera feels so good. That'd be the album or something like that. Feels so good.
That'd be a good album.
Vera's doing like a cover of Cause of the Commotion by Madonna. So,
It was my fault because I did not give him hair instructions. Like I said Miami Vice, but I didn't say I wanted the flock of seagull. Like we should have had the flock of seagull twins hair.
Somebody should have had the flock of seagulls.
I have a flock of seagulls in my hair.
I know you
What
got
are you talking
it.
about?
we love each
You
other.
got the
that's
back
why.
good. You got the good hair, damn it.
We haven't even said hi everyone.
good
Welcome to
hair.
Uncensored Radio Live for this week. Wow, we're starting off in a good way. As you can see, there's only 4 of us this week. COVID has hit Uncensored Radio pretty hard. I'm currently on day 4, and this is the most presentable I've looked and sounded. So I'm here. Brooke is with us in spirit. Hey, Brooke. She's watching from at home. We love you. Enjoy the next 2 days. They're real fun. But yeah, it looks like the Australian cast has been taken down. Excuse me.
I know.
But
Steve
yeah,
may leave
so
us at any moment here.
I may die on screen, but if I do, I'll make sure
I
it's
hope not.
dramatic. I'll do
Trust
it. I'll
me,
do it
Jeff will make
dramatically.
hay about it. He'll get it on TikTok and Instagram real fast.
Maybe even TMZ.
Yes. Like Kat can be like so traumatized over it and be like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened.
I'm gonna relapse.
I'm gonna
Oh,
relapse.
no.
Oh God, help me.
That's what the former child stars do.
It is. So how is
Listen,
former
if
child
I
oh,
no, go ahead.
how are you, honey? What's going on?
Hi. Well, today I got my COVID booster. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, I had the best chat in the waiting room. I was sitting there next to this nurse, and he gave me the juiciest gossip.
Ooh.
So apparently, this guy that's sitting in the waiting room with me is this nurse, and he ran a very prominent Hollywood hospital as the main ER nurse on every weekend. So he would see all the celebrities, all the crazies, all kind of crazy stuff. And I go, okay, come on, just tell me your top three best stories of the worst things you've ever seen. And he goes, well, I mean, I can't really tell you this one. And I was like, who am I going to tell?
Who would you tell?
Let me tell you. Apparently,
Grab the microphone.
yeah, is that good? Okay. Apparently, singer Rod Stewart was rushed to the hospital after he collapsed on stage in LA. I want to say at the Forum, and they pumped his stomach because they thought for sure it was a drug overdose. There were no drugs in his stomach.
This is an urban. I feel like this is an urban legend.
It's not
No,
an urban legend,
he
but
was
it's
the-
a real story.
No, this is a real story, and this was the
Yeah.
real nurse who took care of him in the hospital.
So Rod was full of jizz.
Yes.
Wow.
Somebody's
But
getting
to hear it firsthand
fired.
from somebody who was there is crazy.
And
So-
it actually happened. It did happen long before HIPAA was enacted.
See?
So it is a story that he can mention without losing his job. But
Well, I'm not saying his name, and he doesn't work at
Yeah.
that hospital anymore.
It's a very old story, and it has been substantiated.
Wow.
Well, honey,
it's
I
real.
don't think his heart could take no more.
I'm impressed.
It was his stomach, not his heart.
He
Hey,
actually
the song
was
he
in-
did a song that was like my heart can't take no more.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
But bump.
Come on,
I
is
mean-
there more cat? Is there more cat? Like,
Well, the other stories didn't involve celebrities, and they were pretty gross. So that was my favorite one.
that's it.
Nursing stories can be really
Who
gross.
doesn't love
full
his
of-
stomach full of jizz to start the show off? I mean,
There we
I
go.
do.
That's
Baby.
what, that was going to be my intro for you, Jeff.
that's my favorite. Listen, I haven't had a stomach full of jizz since I don't know when. Probably never.
I'm sorry to interrupt your little intro here, but I have to ask. In my experience, a stomach full of jizz has never made me pass out. On stage
Hey,
or
man,
otherwise.
girlfriend.
Right?
See,
What the
that's
hell
why
is
Vera's
wrong
the
with Rod
OG.
Yeah, but how many times did you have a stomach full of jizz? I mean, I think that's the biggest question here.
Well,
Yeah.
A stomach full.
Dude,
Full?
full. Well, I mean, what is the normal amount of ejaculate? Can we quantify?
Oh, God.
2
are you the
teaspoons.
medical professional?
Well, you know,
I'm a
Weight
medical
Watchers,
professional,
Weight
but off the top of
Watchers,
my head, I don't know the number.
Weight Watchers, 2 tablespoons is 7 points.
Of jizz?
That's not
Yeah.
a lot of points. You're good.
You're full of shit. I doubt it.
No, he's full of jizz. Duh, that's how he knows.
I call bullshit. That is not true.
Hey, Brooke, since
somebody-
you're at the keyboard, could you find out what's the exact points for jizz on Weight Watchers? I'm telling you, it was a Joan Rivers joke. She was like 2 tablespoons, 7 points.
By the
It's
way,
true.
Brooke, sorry to your
know.
son.
We are
What is
educating
it? It's
people
magic
here.
juice.
Yes.
Magic juice that can
Mommy,
sometimes
come up
You
in
should
the
know
app.
soon.
Mommy, Daddy.
She said on
Yeah.
it. She's on it. Girl, we're gonna find out how many points. Well, and they always said like women's, you know, when they bust a nut, it's less points. So you gotta go on the lesbian diet. Mhm.
Who said that?
The
Hold on,
lesbians.
What if she's a squirter?
It's still less points.
That's
Why?
not
It
pee,
could be
it's squirt.
Because
Less
it's
points
it's
that-
in her mouth.
fill you up, and great tasting won't fill you up. I don't know.
It's like a diet Sprite.
Oh,
Well, we're already on the bloody topic. We might.
No,
as
we
well-
didn't talk
7
about
minutes
blood
in,
yet.
and we're right.
I know, right?
Right to the gutter.
We
Mm.
did.
To the
We
gutter.
might
Right
as
to the
well,
gutter.
we might as well
Yes,
just cop it all
it's
over
my
our
favorite.
face with this week.
Hot
My
load
favorite.
of hot topics.
Shit to talk about. I got shit to talk about. We ain't going into hot load star topic. I got things to
Oh, we
say.
can do it again.
The
Yeah, what do you got to
normal
say,
amount
girl?
of semen per ejaculation is 5 ml. So it's less than a teaspoon.
5 mils.
Okay, well, 2 teaspoons. We're gonna find out. Okay, excuse me. I got things to say. So, kids,
Jeffrey
listen.
has things to say.
So
Sorry.
this week, I was doing some research, motherfucker.
that's a big book there.
Okay, nice.
It sure is. I got a list.
Oh,
And so
boy.
what happened was I was doing some research. I was on Blog Talk, you know, where the original show was airing. And I was looking at her numbers and I was fascinated. So I pulled up a report and it was showing where all the countries where people are still listening to us and where we have regular downloads. And I did not realize we have so many people that listen to just the audio of this show and we don't ever acknowledge them. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to give a shout out to those people that only listen to the audio part of the show, that don't get to see our crazy ass faces or the things that we post, and just acknowledge them, and to the countries that they're from, because they're regularly listening and downloading the show. And this is the list of the countries because it blows my fucking mind. Denmark, UK, Germany, Singapore, Malaysia, Spain, Netherlands, France, Bulgaria, Switzerland, India, Jamaica, China, Ireland, Puerto Rico, Italy, the Philippines, Belgium, Mexico, Australia, which we knew, Hong Kong, and Belize. Those are the main countries that are listening to us on a regular basis, downloading
Hi,
shows.
Police.
This-
Police.
Crazy. So, if you're listening to this show, just hearing us, not watching us, you can't ever see our banners that are up. Come find us on Twitter or what's the other one? Instagram, and find us. It's
YouTube.
Live UCR, LIVE UCR. Come follow us, say hi, let us know who you are. Come enjoy us, you know, come join the chat room on YouTube You can go to www.uncensoredradio.live and you can join the chat room and let us know. Oh, semen has 3 calories per 4 tablespoons. You're welcome.
Teaspoons.
Okay, there we go. So,
which is not 7 points. It's less than 1. It would be a free food.
see, kids, 10 minutes in and we're learning shit here. We're learning things.
We're educating.
So, anyways, so the listeners in those
Can
countries.
I interrupt? Can I just say, I'd like to just say for those people that are listeners, this is why I have stressed that everyone needs to get microphones for a better quality sounding show.
So, hear you. See
and that's
you,
why we
and
do sound
thank
better
you
now.
for listening. I so much appreciate it, and it just tickled me pink that people in Denmark and Belize are just listening to our shit. So thank you.
Our random
Love it.
pony show.
It's awesome.
Our random dog and pony show. I like that.
I just
Very
never
true.
thought that people would still be listening to audio only of this show, and I just think it there's better numbers than it does on the video. So hey.
So
What is
basically, it's better to be heard and not seen.
That's right. That's
Today
right.
for me it is. Oh god.
For some of
But
us.
it's really random because Blog Talk must still do like promo.
Well, and
because every
it's
now-
not just Blog Talk because people that pulls in iTunes, it pulls in iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Amazon Music, and then
So
Google
pretty much
Chrome.
all
I guess people
streaming
can listen to
platforms.
Yeah.
all the where I put all
everywhere.
the because these thank
Everywhere
God
you
for
get your
Stephen Luke.
podcast.
Yeah.
They upload
For better
after every
podcasts
show.
are
They
found.
upload the audio to Blog Talk, and then it goes from Blog Talk to all the other places. So I don't think people are actually listening on Blog Talk.
And then you randomly like you look at the graph of stuff, and then randomly one day there's like 379 downloads of shows. You're like, wait, what happened that day? Something exciting happened. I love it. It's just like a little
I
excitement.
don't know.
All right, are we ready now?
Fascinating.
Are we
Yeah,
ready
remind
now?
me later. I want to play a game with Vera.
Oh,
Jesus.
sexy.
It's gonna be
It was
fun.
not in
This game?
public. It was just with other people
Hot
in the
load
room.
of hot topics.
Vera did not have sexual relations with that woman. It did not
Well,
happen.
maybe.
Well, maybe. Maybe what? Maybe what?
But did it cost you any Weight Watchers points? That is the question.
Jeffrey, we're going to start the show again with you because it's been a bit. You've been very learned, Jeffrey. Why are you being so learned? Why are you reading books, girl?
Ooh, I started
I
reading.
read
it.
books.
Ooh.
Tell us
I-
all. Give us the hot gossip.
I'm not giving you the hot gossip. You need to go get the fucking book. I read every
but
night.
just
Thank you.
Tell the viewers
So,
/ readers. And
Jenny Palin is Roseanne Barr's daughter. Her son Jake was on our channel. He had a show, Jake Palin Show. Volume 1 of his show is actually up on our YouTube channel. You can go listen to that. Jenny was on it. And if you check through our old shows, it's not labeled, but Jenny's been on a few times. I tried to find it, couldn't, because I was going to upload it to YouTube myself. It's insane. It really is insane. Like it starts, her life is very much like all of ours until it isn't. And
Yeah.
Tom Arnold is a fucking piece of shit, and you can quote me.
Did we
Like-
not already know that?
Well, we did,
I
but
mean,
you
we
really
didn't know the amount though. We didn't
You
know
really-
how crazy.
and two, she really kind of goes on to say and explain like how that relationship kind of got started and what the dynamics
I'm
were
sure it's
and
because
how
he was a gold digger.
well, no, it wasn't even that, but you know, she really tried to take care of him, get him clean, and then he protected her. She needed a protector. She needed somebody that would stand up for her against the network, against the producers, against the shitty, you know, EP guy that was trying to control her show and her vision. You know what I mean? Like that, a man wouldn't have that problem if it was his show. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
And you
not.
look at Valerie Harper, and she brings it up in the book. Valerie Harper lost her show a couple years prior to Roseanne's show premiering. It was called Valerie. The show got ripped from her for wanting a raise, and it became the Hogan family. you know,
Right.
and that's what happened. You know, it's a thing that happens to women. So, you know, she had to really fight for her show. And then there was a big fight over who it was created by. It was her life's work that was based off of her children. And then she had to compromise with this asshole that it was based off her character that was created, but he got to say that he created Dan and the kids. So that's why there was no merchandise. And then, so there's a little bit of that she talks about the show, but it really goes about her life, her childhood. You know, she had all these dolls that Katrina, you went to
Oh my God,
you're
the
losing
dolls.
your shit.
Okay, she has this whole chapter called All My Dolls Have Polio. And she used to read all kinds of like medical catalogs, and that's how she know how to diagnose her dolls. And she would like cut an eye out, give it an eye patch. It had a broken leg. She'd put some pencils on it and build it crutches. They were all fucked up. They have autoimmune disorders. They have leprosy. She would melt off their tits and try and make them more modest, but they
Oh, the
always just
Barbies,
ended up looking all gnarled and hilarious.
She tried to cut their feet flat to make them more
so funny. But
yeah.
My favorite was what she called her grandpa. Do you recall this, Jeffrey?
Oh, I could look at my notes.
No, it's okay. She called her grandpa Papa Woody.
Oh yes, yes.
So it sounds like you're saying he pops a Woody, but it's Papa Woody.
Yes.
I know that's hysterical. Also, they spent their childhood every summer in fat camp. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who does that to their kids? It's crazy. And then she has a gastric bypass surgery at 17. She's still a kid. Like, that's crazy. And it's
no,
hilarious.
it was 18, I think. I think it was 18.
I'm pretty sure it was 17.
Roseanne was very obsessed with her weight. Very worried about it. Very, very worried about it. And then she ended up going in and out of mental institutions because they just didn't know what to do with it. But it was mostly because, at least the way I take it, is from Tom Arnold. And the crazy stuff that comes. I know you're not that far.
It just
I finished
proves
it.
that, you know, money don't fix all your problems.
No,
it'll cause you a bunch
It
of
exacerbates them.
and the thing is,
if
it's
you're
not even about the money with the book. And you could tell from reading it, like her mother's not, you know what I mean? And, I mean, just knowing Jake from doing the show with him and working with him, she's never handed her kids money. You know what I mean? Roseanne has money. Her kids do not have money. You know what I mean? They were not spoiled children like you would think. They weren't handed a lot. And I mean, there was parts of the
dolls to mutilate them.
Well, I mean, no, they were all
from secondhand stores. They were from like
thrift shops,
Goodwill, or from the trash and reworked.
Yeah, they were dirt poor. And you know that they talk about that like they were the Beverly Hillbillies. You know what I mean? They were the fucking Clampets and came to LA, and you know they were fish out of water. And there was parts of the book that were devastatingly sad of what she went through and how she was treated and being in these mental institutions and different schools. It was, it was hard to read.
Tell them about her role though at one of the loony bins when she was the cheerleader.
Oh my God. I was laughing so hard out loud where she's like, I can't remember the guy's name. It was like, Ricky, you know, she's like, oh, it's my job. We got to stick together here. You know, we're all in the loony bin together. She's like, Ricky wants to try to escape. She's like, so it's my job to keep the nurse busy. So there I am cheering him on from the second story window. Go, Ricky, go! As he gets tackled to the ground 3 feet outside the door. And the way that she wrote this, I was like pissing myself on the couch, hysterical. And the kids are like, what's so funny? Because I mean, I was roaring. It was just, this chick can write, and she's write
hilarious.
Hysterical. It's a great read. I suggest you can get it on Audible, Kindle. It's on Amazon now. Go pick the book up.
Say the title again.
It won't disappoint.
Tell our listeners what is the title again.
Can we pull the picture up?
Well, no, I've done it twice for the. I've done it twice for the viewers, the listeners. The book is.
It's our listeners that need to hear it, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey,
the ones who just gave that shout out to. This will be funny later.
This will be funny later.
By Jenny Palin.
That's what the book is called.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go into more book news because today's all about books because we like reading.
Mhm.
Again, UCR related. The
Yeah.
Meg 2 is going into production next week in the UK. Now, Jeffrey, why do we mention the Meg 2 this week in the news? Our news.
Oh, because the original book was written. Well, there's a series of these books written by Steve Alton. All the books were written by this guy named Steve Alton. He was on the show. You can go back and listen on Blog Talk.
Everything.
Yeah.
Wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah, you can go listen. Steve Alton was on there. We talk about the Meg, and I'm actually in one of his books. I'm a character, so you can go find me in one of his books and find out if I live or die in one of the
I've got a
crazy.
feeling that
There's
Jeffrey
no
might
way
die.
you're gonna live. There's no way you live.
You're
And I'm making sandwiches. Okay.
Oh well, that's
He was very.
art repeating life.
Yeah. Because at the time I had the sub shop, so he's like, "What do you do?" You know, he's like, "What do you want me putting there?" I'm like, "I own some sub shops." He's like, "I'm from New Jersey. I love subs. What kind of subs you got?" You know, but he's like,
Jeffrey's like, you know, the kind that give you diarrhea.
I like those kind that give you diarrhea, not the kind that make you do child pornography.
I think it was
send you to jail.
the books. It's called Disclosure. I think. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I think Disclosure by Steve Alton. Yeah, so you can go check that out. But yeah, so congratulations to him. I hope he's making tons of money. Look for the sandwich guy, and it says my whole name, Jeffrey Emmett. If you Google me, that does pop up. But
my God,
Steve Alton's book.
I hope you're in the Meg 2 somewhere, like you're just on the beach. There's a random sub shop on the
Jeffrey
beach.
choked on a sub in the
Jeffrey's
car.
like,
He's dead. He doesn't make it.
Jeff gets eaten by a giant shark.
I'm just guessing. We'll have to check.
Giant
it out.
shark movies freak. I'm not good with sharks at the best
I
of
love
time,
it.
but like giant sharks, no, thank you.
My kids love it.
I like Sharknado because I like that they can fly.
What Jaws was it? Was it where they were in the underwater tunnel?
The third one with Leah Thompson and Dennis Quaid.
My favorite Jaws is Jaws 4, where it's like when they
with
go
Michael
to the Bahamas.
Caine.
And they go to the Bahamas and they're on the banana boat and Jaws like bites them off the edge of the banana boat and she's like, ah! It's just so great.
And then what's Linda Gray? What she's like, stay away from him, you son of a bitch. And she turns the boat and the fucking shark growls and it explodes.
Yeah, the shark roars.
It's a great
like
movie.
a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Great.
All right.
Yeah,
what else?
Great film.
We got we have book controversy that Vera
Yeah.
that Vera's
You
gonna
say
talk
she's
about,
a
I'm
beard?
sure.
Well,
So this is actually local news for you guys. It's slowly turning into national news.
I thought it was
turn
local.
into-
I was really, and I wasn't going to put it on the page because I thought it was just a local controversy that got my blood boiling.
So
All
there's been
Boys-
Vera, you go for it. Go.
Okay.
Love it.
All Boys Aren't Blue is a autobiographical book written by George Johnson about his struggle. It's a memoir, if you will, his struggle of coming of age as a gay Black man. And I've only read the first 2 chapters. I'm not very far through it. I probably would have never, ever found this book if the Christians didn't try to ban it. So thank you, Christians.
Honk if you
But
love Jesus.
A local,
Beep beep.
yeah. It's not Jesus I have a problem with. It's fans that scare me. Anyway, this local Christian coalition went to the school library and tried to have the book summarily removed. And they tried to put it in a box and just walk it out of the library. Well,
Wait. The Christians
Yes.
tried to commit a
take
crime.
this book out of the library because of the
Never happens,
content.
does it, Kat?
Break the Second Amendment just so you
Yeah,
can prove
no.
a point. Okay.
But,
Amendment. Commandment.
turns out that there's a process you have to go through to get a book removed from the library system. You have to grieve it. It has to be reviewed by the Teachers Association and the Library Association. And it probably takes about 2 years.
Oh wow.
So one of the mothers decided that she was going to take matters into her own hands, and she started showing up at school board meetings and reading the book aloud. And she
To prove that she
went
could.
straight to the point where the young man loses his virginity and started to read that. And she said, if I have to be uncomfortable, all of you have to be uncomfortable. Right? So it turned out to be quite the controversy here in town. So I was just Googling it to find out more about the author and the book. And what I came across is that this book has been targeted by the National Christian Coalition, and they have been going to school boards across the country and complaining about this book. And of course, the result of banning a book sales have gone up. I bought it. My neighbor bought it. My sister bought it on audio, But there is a very famous clip that's been going around Jimmy Kimmel, and it's a mother complaining about this book. And she's standing there at the school board meeting saying, I'm a Christian woman. I don't have anal sex. I don't know about anal sex. I don't want to know about anal sex. I don't want my children to. And in her effort to complain and get
She's bringing a whole lot of the attention to the anal sex.
Yeah, she's mentioned anal sex like 17 times. It's pretty funny. But, I guess the point I wanted to make with the post was, is it okay to ban books ever? I think no. You can't pick what thoughts are okay and what thoughts aren't. But anybody else
what
have an
if
opinion?
the book is some sort of a twisted manifesto promoting genocide?
They're out there.
I'd ban those. I keep them banned.
Mein Kampf, people still read Hitler's speeches. Those books are available. I won't.
What about Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, Dr. Seuss's family decided
they weren't
published.
banned.
That was not anybody banning that book.
Yeah, it's true.
Nobody wants to give up green eggs and ham.
Sam, I am.
I think you walk a very tricky line when you, as a culture, decide what is
what's
acceptable.
Okay.
When it's not obviously breaking huge laws of genocide and mass murder and promoting hate and promoting violence. Obviously that's an issue, but then we still sell the Bible's the number one bestseller, but whatevs. That's neither here nor there.
You can still buy the speeches of Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
You can still buy that book.
If we do go into censoring things, it's going to bring us into another book story. We would never have gotten this book, which is a historical document, and that's in the news this week because they think they finally found a suspect who betrayed the Frank family. And
by the way, he's talking about, for our listeners.
Yeah, sorry, that Diary of Anne Frank. Diary of Anne Frank. So, Diary of a Young Girl. You can't, as I said, it's not up to society to decide what's okay. Like when we have this conversation about film, it's changing appropriateness in the age that it's in. These are historical documents, so they may not be appropriate for the time that we're in now, but they are important.
Oh, absolutely.
I will never, and I'll bring it back to this. I will never forget. I think it was year 7, so first year of high school, they showed us the footage from the Nazi death camps of bodies and all that kind of stuff. I can close my eyes and still see that today, and it is so important. I don't think kids see that. You couldn't show children that today and get away with it.
Why not?
It's so important that people see that kind of thing.
Well, they need to see it because it's real life that happened. They should be showing children.
But this is the conversation. Everything seems to have been book related and truth related this week. We've got a theme, and it feels very strange. I don't know, but
Uncensored book club.
It's so important that you expose yourself and your children and culture and it as a whole to things that are uncomfortable, to things that are gross, to things that have happened in the past that are not acceptable now. We go through it around this time every year because we have Australia Day coming up, which is the day of colonization, which is a huge debate here in Australia, whether it should be celebrated or not. because First Nations people actually see it as an invasion day. The British effectively tried genocide on Australia on
Yeah.
the First Nations people, and people want to
Sounds
have
like
a day off
Columbus
and
Day
have a
here.
beer and get
Yeah,
excited
this is
over
gonna
it.
say.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like Thanksgiving. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's like Columbus Day.
Columbus
Yeah.
Day. It's
Worse.
Just like Columbus Day.
Well, I mean,
So-
Thanksgiving is essentially like, yeah.
We let you
Yeah.
feed us and keep us from starving, but we still killed you.
But here, have these blankets.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with
As
them.
little kids, we
I
all wore
used to
paper
vote.
bags and Indian feathers. Yeah,
Yeah. I used, but
it wasn't cute.
was it racist in 1970? No. Is it racist in 2020? Yes.
Yeah.
But I use this quote often. It's art is meant to comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable.
Oh, I like that.
What?
I love it. It's my favorite quote. I don't know who said it though.
Well, you know
Since
what,
we're talking
Vera?
about-
I think it was racist in 1970. I think nobody, we just,
Didn't recognize
But we
it.
weren't aware.
We didn't know
enough to
better.
that
Yeah.
We didn't know
it's
better.
racist. We were not aware enough. But
We weren't woke.
yeah,
yes, we've learned more so we can do better.
yeah. We just didn't care what brown people thought.
Exactly.
Or the
And
white folks
when you
did.
know better, you do better. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not even.
Mention the
I think-
generosity of
I
the
think
British
the
Empire.
word woke gets thrown around a lot in a negative way, but
Yeah.
education is never a bad thing. It's to people that take it to the extreme. You can't wear the
Mhm.
color pink because
Well,
that
anything
offends the colour
taken to the
purple.
extreme is
Like,
not
And
Calm
helpful.
how
down.
about let your mom sit at home if she's just gonna blurt out anal sex 17 times?
Yeah, maybe mum's like demanding
at
it. It sounds
home.
like she's real
Hi,
fixated on
Toku.
it there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, clearly she does take it in the ass if she's going to say anal sex 17 times.
She is
Speaking of
very
out of context,
fixated.
when I was younger, we did a production of On Golden Pond. What could be more wholesome than On Golden Pond? Everybody loved it. It was a national treasure. People cried, people bought tickets, people laughed. On Golden fucking Pond. At intermission, I got football on the brain. At intermission, this woman came out and she started talking to the theater group's president. She said, can't believe that my friend is still in there. I can't watch this show another minute longer. It's so offensive. It makes me nuts. I can't believe that you would bring this to our community. And she went on and on. And the president finally said, please tell me what's offensive. And she said, that word, they just use that word so freely. And she's like, what word? And he said, lesbian. He said, lesbian.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lesbian.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a bad word.
I
Lesbian.
didn't either.
Oh.
It makes me think of that Golden Girls. But I know
Lesbian?
Danny Thomas one. Lesbian.
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 Love your delivery, sir.
I loved it. Makes me think of funny.
I mean,
All right.
I would think that on Golden Pond just would remind everybody about a golden shower and put everyone in a good mood.
I don't. If there's a pond, it means it hasn't cleared away. So that's not a good mood. That's maybe
That's
just
not
a
a good
smelly
thing,
time.
no.
Ooh.
Improper
All right.
drainage.
Since we're talking about maybe unrealized racism. Do you remember Cool Runnings?
Yes.
Team Jamaica
Yeah,
have
from, like-
made the Winter Olympics again for the first time in like 20 years. Is Cool Runnings really that culturally sensitive? Like looking back at it,
I would have to ask a Jamaican to find out if they found it offensive.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't think I can say yay or nay.
Isn't it a Disney movie?
yeah, I
It's a
know,
Disney
but
movie.
that
So
Disney
Disney-
made a whole bunch of insensitive stuff. You
that
never
doesn't
see
really
songs
excuse anything if you ask Volt.
of-
Allegedly.
Song of the South was
Right.
so racist. They
Yeah.
don't show it anywhere anymore.
Well, that's why. Isn't that
Brer
changed
Rabbit
up
and the
Splash
Tar
Mountain?
Baby. Hello.
Yeah, I know.
But isn't that why they've changed Splash Mountain now? All that stuff's been removed. They're rebranding Splash Mountain with another movie. I can't remember what it is. Something else.
Something PC and current.
We'll check it out when we're there in
That's
October.
right.
Ooh. Can't wait. Gonna Disney my ass off. Oh, so excited.
We got to have a picture of you with the ears on.
Oh, speaking of Disney at Christmas time, the Santa Claus TV show.
Oh no.
I know. Who knew Tim Allen was having a comeback?
Are there that many unanswered questions about Santa?
To be fair, I never got into it. Never a.
I saw this trending on Twitter, and I fucking did not do an article.
Well, I just kept it scrolling. Keep it moving.
You sure fucking did. I was like, he ain't even Buzz Lightyear no more. Fuck him.
There's certain things that the millennials love, and that's one of them apparently. Look, Brooke's excited about it. She's older than me.
My kids do actually love the Santa Claus movies at Christmas time. I will say that. Not that last one, though.
If you're gonna check out a reboot, you should check out the Ray Donovan movie. I watched it last night. That was really good.
I saw him on Colbert.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about do you remember what the saint is that he has on his?
Nope.
He wears a saint medal.
I don't know.
Saint of actors, clowns, and prostitutes. It's like I need to get.
Is it Saint Jeffrey?
Saint Jeffrey.
Maybe I don't know.
No, that's the saint of sub.
Honey, you mean Saint Luke?
And Jizz face.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that is Saint Luke. It would be, wouldn't
it? Yes, it would.
Saint Luke. Oh, look, I'm going to mention this because nobody else cares, but holy shitballs, the season final of Yellow Jackets was on the other night. If you're not watching
Don't you dare
TV
spoil it. Don't you dare.
This TV show.
Shut up.
I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Shut your fat pie hole, bitch.
I'm not going to
Don't
say
spoil it.
I'm not that girl.
I'm only on episode 4.
Wait until you get to the last episode. You're going to slap a bitch that's around you. I had to talk to my invisible friend. You know when this is someone, whose bit is this I'm about? I'm about to do someone's bit. When I think it's Margaret Cho. I can't remember. You know when you're watching something so crazy that you have to talk to the invisible friends next to you? And you're like, did you see? Like, oh, no one was around. They're like, did you see that? Like I'm freaking out. Mm-hmm. And then the show was over. In the last probably 3 minutes of the season finale, all of this shit just happened. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. It was the season finale. What the fuck was that about? Because they're like, oh, we're going to give you some answers. And it's like, okay, cool. You get some answers. And then you go, what the fuck is going on? So if you're not watching Yellow Jackets, watch it now because it has already been picked up for a second season.
Steve was very adamant about how good it was. And I held out. And then my aunt was up my ass about it. I'm like, all right. Usually if Steve and one other person, I'm like, okay. And Steve has not led me wrong. And it's actually a fantastic show.
I have it on my watch list for tonight.
It's only like 10 episodes. You will get in there. Like the cast is amazing. You'll get so excited about life.
It's really good.
I'm done. Sorry. I get a bit excited. One more thing that I'm very excited about because we're going to film it tomorrow.
Quincy.
Scream is #1 at the box office, motherfuckers. 25 years after the debut of Scream 1, Scream 2022 has taken a big slice out of the Spider-Man this weekend.
I am so excited to do that show with you bitches tomorrow because I've got shit to say.
I know you've got stuff to say. We are going to film a review tomorrow and it will drop next week for everyone that
Are you calling that episode
horror.
The Scream Queens?
We are the Scream Queens, baby. We have done every movie and we're at the end. We're at the end of this journey. Well, the end so far of this journey. I'm very excited about it. But Yellow Jackets is on Paramount Plus. There we go.
Also, it's on Hulu if you have a Showtime subscription.
There you go.
He thought he was asking about the Scream review. I'm like, this one. You see our horrors on this. It's on YouTube or whatever on our channel. What the fuck?
Hey, since where do you see Yellow Jackets?
I'm a little slow. But hey, since we're plugging our other shows, can I plug Mondays?
Get on in there.
Okay, so we have a new Monday show that I'm doing with some of my other friends, kids, and we just had a new cast member join.
Elective language.
His name's Jaina.
I know, right?
Yeah. So it's now myself, Big Cock, who used to kind of come hang with us. Katrina knows him. and Kelly and Jane and myself. And yeah, so we're talking about life. We changed the name and I can't remember what it's called, but I have our little bumper. Can we play it? Can we play it? I made it. I was so proud. It's kind of jacked up.
Where is it?
It's I can do it.
Is
I
it
think
the
I
video clips? Is it this
Yeah, it's
last
a
one?
video.
This one?
It's a video
All right,
clip.
here we
Yeah.
go.
Please,
Hey,
This
man.
is
play
a
your video.
Jeffrey produced video clip. Are we ready?
I did it. It's not.
Okay,
Very
so the
nice.
show is
Oh
called
my
How We Ended
God,
Up This
Jeffrey!
Way.
Graphic.
How we ended up
What's
this
going
way.
on?
Right, except how the freaking white blends it in with the microphone. Like I couldn't fix it. It was giving me agita. I was getting so pissed off. I was so mad. I'm like, I don't care. It's staying this way, and it cost me money. I'm like, whatever.
I think you're the
So
only
there
one
it
who
is.
noticed.
How we ended up this way. We're talking about life. We're gonna deep stuff. Last night we recorded for Monday. We talked about anxiety, parenting, coping skills, childhood trauma, breastfeeding, because everybody met my friend Kelly at my daycare while she was breastfeeding her kid. And I didn't know, I didn't remember. And Brian's like, I'm like, how'd you meet Kelly? He's like, at your house when she was breastfeeding Anna. And I'm like, Dana, how? Yeah, I thought they all. He's like, she was breastfeeding Anna at your house. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Emotional support.
Was
You know,
he
being
breastfeeding?
and then Brian and Jana were both stay-at-home dads, and they're, Dana struggled with it. Brian's struggling with it right now. And I don't mind being a stay-at-home father.
Can I tell you who's sick of
struggling.
breastfeeding?
Me?
Can I tell you who's sick of breastfeeding?
Ooh.
Britney Spears is sick of breastfeeding, baby.
Oh,
Because-
what a segue.
Oh, she and Jamie Lynn are at it like a motherfucker. So much so that a cease and desist order has been sent to Jamie Lynn regarding using Britney in any way to promote her book, The Things I Should Have Said. If you are not following Britney Spears at the moment on Instagram, you fucking need to, because she's reading her sister for absolute filth. It is amazing. I understand that, this woman is probably not the healthiest woman in the world, but
I had
mate,
to stop
ever since
following her because all she would do is have eye makeup down.
I know the eye
here
makeup's
and
too
like
much, isn't
bad
it?
twirls, and I was like,
And the
what
spinning.
are you doing? You are
Spinning,
not helping your
spinning,
cause.
Listen,
spinning towards
I
freedom.
swore.
In your lowrider
Swore.
from 2000.
I was like, we're not going to talk about this bitch on the show no more. We're not going to acknowledge it. And then I started reading this shit, and I'm like, I got to post this. I
We
can't not
gotta
post it.
talk about
I was like, it's too fucking crazy. I'm like,
No,
these
it's
two
too-
bitches are
Alright,
going
here's-
fucking ham on
And
each
that-
other.
Can I go first on this one?
Okay.
Okay. We can all acknowledge that shit has gone down. We all know that Britney is not the sharpest tool in the shed. She's probably not, mentally that
She's
Don't
a
be
few
ready
clowns
to.
short of a circus.
Yeah.
Bitch.
If the book, here it is. If your life is that interesting that you can write a book about it without mentioning your sister's name, then keep her name out of your mouth, because you've been nothing but a liability for her entire career. You wouldn't have had a career had it not
That's
been
true.
for your sister. So shut the fuck up. Stop trying to make things worse, which you are. Like, I hope this new lawyer
Sure,
that
dude.
she's got is amazing. I hope he just rips this little bitch apart. That's all.
Well, I have a question though. So you're
Yeah.
all mad about Jamie Lynn, right? Because she wrote the book. What
Yeah.
about her brother that was paid?
Oh, the whole family
by
needs to go
the
to jail.
conservatorship? The brother could have helped her out, but did he? No.
No one did.
He
No,
helped
they all need to
out.
go to
Well,
jail.
And so the brother, the dad, the mom, everyone was benefiting from this conservatorship, except
The
the person who was
brother
supposed
went
to
on
protect
whatever. He like last year or something. He went on some
Howard
podcast.
Stern or something.
He said no, it was some random shit on YouTube. He said that the conservatorship's been the best thing that's happened to the family. Like he just straight up was like, it's the best thing because the bitch is getting paid. Like,
But does this
he's
book
that
not,
out of touch with reality. Like, that's how fucked up this family is.
does this book not smell of a way to get money out of her without the conservatorship now? Because if the book's supposed to be about Jamie Lynn and all she's mentioning is Britney, they're still trading off her name. They're still making
she's
money.
got to get
What
publicity
chance
to
did
sell the book.
siblings have when those two parents raised them? What chance did the brother and sister have when those two pieces of shit were their parents?
Well, look, the chick is done Zoe 101.
Those pieces of shit did well in getting them in the entertainment industry. Yeah, Jamie Lynn was on all that and Zoe 101. She had her own show. She did movies.
Oh, she was on all
Britney
that?
is, of course, worldwide famous. Yep. And so, I mean,
and the
But
brother,
even
yeah,
Britney-
okay, so they didn't take care of them emotionally, but they equipped them for success in Hollywood and financially.
Did they though?
Right, and I'm pissed because my mother didn't do those things, but she also didn't give me a fucking career.
You can't be in the business without someone supporting you. Like,
But
someone
this is
has
what
to take you
Britney
to the
said.
auditions. Someone has to drive you around. Someone has to give you some sort of support. Because if you're a kid,
Let's
can't
be
do
honest
it.
though, Kat. Would Jamie Lynn have gotten that stuff if she wasn't Jamie Lynn Spears? If she was Jamie Lynn,
maybe because Dan Schneider likes cute little blondes, and she was a cute little blonde that looked like an
but if
angel.
she was a cute little blonde that was just a, you know, like even Britney said in one of her last latest Instagram posts, she came home after she broke up with Justin, and then all of a sudden her sister had her own TV show. How does a 12-year-old get a TV show out of nowhere?
Well, that's a good point.
Off the
I
back
don't know.
of
I
your-
didn't know.
Off
it was
the
out
back of your
nowhere.
big sister, like hello.
But, yeah.
Yeah, but Britney
Craziness.
was on Mickey Mouse or what the fuck? Not Mickey Mouse.
Yes,
but
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse
Work
Club.
in, baby.
she was a Disney kid, yeah.
She
But,
put the work in.
Yeah, but
That's the
I mean,
thing.
how was Jamie Lynn? You know what I mean? Like at the same time, like Jamie Lynn did the movies or whatever too.
After her sister
like,
was famous.
I mean,
But
I understand
But
what you're
she was
saying, but at
good
the
at
same
it, though.
time,
She was good at it.
no matter what talent the kids have, the parents did do their best to exploit that talent and never supported these children. They don't have a chance to be emotionally whole.
Yeah, it's not going to happen though. Jeff is a better actress than Jamie Lynn. I would agree with that. Jeff,
hit me, baby,
Jeff
one more time.
Jeff shows Jeffy 401k though. Not Zoe 101.
Shit. I'll take that Zoe 101 money.
Oh, girl.
Mhm.
It's probably $5, but I'll take it.
You
Yeah.
want to talk about crazy fuckers? What about this?
No.
Machine Gun Kelly's wedding ring that he.
Okay,
wedding
first
ring,
off,
engagement
I don't
ring
see
he
no
designed.
thorns on that wedding or that ring. Okay,
I
That
don't
must
see
be on
the
the
thorns on it
interior.
either, but it's beautiful.
So her
People-
engagement
Lovely.
ring has thorns, so if she tries to take it off, it hurts.
people really had a lot of feelings about this post.
I did. That's why I had to mention it. I'm like, they are trying so hard, like so hard. I'm like, is this how celebrity is these days? Do you have to try this hard?
Yes.
I guess so.
The level of stuntage that these guys have done is just like, oh, we drink
Is it
each other's
stuntage
blood
or
and
is
then
it
we make
people
out.
telling their
It's stuntage.
business?
No, it is you
They
don't
are
go on
not the
Instagram.
first
You don't go on
celebrities to
Instagram and
exchange
announce your
blood.
engagement and go, "Oh, it was a
Right.
beautiful joining of souls." Then we drank each other's blood. Fuck off.
Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie
Yep.
kept vials of each other's
Yep.
blood on their neck.
That's
Very
crazy.
They didn't put it.
glamorous.
Obviously, there wasn't social media around then, but
But they gave interviews saying that they
They
drank
gave
each
interviews
other's
about
blood.
It was still
It was-
creepy as fuck.
it's
Mhm.
still creepy as fuck. But this just smells desperate. It's like at least get some
Felt
new
desperate
material.
then
here.
too.
I don't know. Isn't he like all rock starry with his?
He's
Is
like,
it
forget
though?
you,
Yes.
forget
And he
me
has
too.
Longer nails than I do. Like, that's his flair for the
I
dramatic.
just, you know what I don't get is I cannot see him like fucking the shit out of her. You know what I mean? Like he is not a dude to me that's
Okay,
like,
but
hey,
harder.
see her fucking the shit out of him.
yes,
Okay,
I
she'll fuck the shit
could.
out of anything.
Yes, I
That's
believe
a-
she's
so
playing
hot.
like a fucking 12-inch strap-on on, and she is going to town on his ass.
And I
Like,
believe
yeah,
her
I've seen my movie
vagina is probably
Transformers.
as tight as a bear trap.
Wait, what did you say, Kat?
I said, yeah. And she goes, hey, have you seen my movie? Transformers.
Remember when I got fired? Ooh, it's like, oh god. I
Or
love
when she
her,
was
but
fucking April O'Neil. Oh.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, she's had it. Look,
She was cute on Ninja Turtles, but in Transformers, now she's making it a reality. She's transforming when she puts the strap on. Hello.
Oh.
My kids, okay, they like the Turtles movies, and we just did a marathon, I
I
think, before
watched that
Christmas.
today, actually.
They were like, we don't like
Yeah.
her. We want the other girl. Why did the other girl from the original one? And they hated the bitch,
Oh.
the Paige Chirco or whatever. That
Chirco.
plays. Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't like her, and they fucking hated Megan. I was cracking up. I was like, that.
Kat, maybe you can be the next Gen April O'Neil.
That sounds great. I'm in.
I mean, get your yellow jumpsuit out, baby.
I'd also like to be in the show The Witcher. I started watching that, and
As a Witcher wench.
the guy in it is super hot.
Kat, I think you should be in the new Batgirl movie, just quietly. I think you should be Poison Ivy.
Ooh,
I was gonna
can
say,
see
does she have like a
Evil
friend with a
nemesis?
learning disability and an eating disability, like kind of a chunky one that's a little bit
I-
slow?
I-
Put me in.
I think you'd be a hot Poison Ivy with like all the plants going all over you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Ooh.
I mean, I'm gonna need some like a
like,
full
welcome
body.
back, girl.
Can I get a full body Spanx?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those Lakers.
You write it down, okay, I'll do it.
Put it in the contract. Full body Spanx.
Yeah, suck it
Get
in.
the right bustier and lead with the girls.
I mean, I could try to do that.
It's not a brassiere. It's a bustier. Anything for Salinas. Ooh.
Bitty bitty bum bum.
Bada, bada, bum, bum. And then she got shot. Oh,
Dead.
poor Selena.
Oh my God! This
Listen,
is
it's
the
still too soon
episode.
to say that. It is still too soon.
This is when we get.
If we didn't get canceled yet, now's the time.
Of
No,
you
did-
tonight till
watch the show?
tomorrow.
Did anyone watch the Netflix show? I didn't watch it.
No, I
No.
didn't either.
Anything for Salinas.
Okay, so I gotta so listen, we gotta go off this because we're gonna get killed. So Vera, I want to play a game with you real quick.
What?
It's
I
called
want you.
Mexican.
You
or
know, you know how
Mexican.
people do that thing where you have to spell a word, but you have to do it real quick.
Okay.
God.
So I want you to spell IHOP, and
Like
then
the pancake place.
say, "Yep," spell IHOP, and then say Ness. But you gotta do it real fast. It's spell IHOP and then say Ness. Go ahead.
IHOP.
Oh,
I think she's trying to
Wait,
say
no.
she ate your penis.
I ain't no penis.
Oh my god. The
Yeah,
maturity
probably.
level on this
Funny,
show
Sam.
sometimes.
Oh gosh, I'm laughing.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about Britney Spears, but he'll talk about that. Okay.
No, he doesn't want to talk about
I
Salinas.
kicked out the
Mhm.
slant
You
of
know.
my crib the last time I heard that joke.
Listen, I saw that on a TikTok video like a week ago, and I wrote that bitch down. So I'm like, I'm doing that to Vera. Been waiting.
All right.
I actually, when I was 18, 100 years ago, I was at my friend's camp. They had a lovely camp on the lake, and we were at a bonfire. And his father loved to pick on me because I was very innocent, kind of too innocent at that point. And he told me this ancient, talk about racist, ancient Indian spell to bring about the sunrise. And I had to bend up and down and say, Owa Tagu Sayang. Oh, what a goose I am. He had me doing it for 10 minutes before my best friend said stop. 10 minutes. my best friend said, "You need to stop."
Oh, Vera,
my
she's a
God.
smart girl, but she's not that smart.
Oh,
That's
she's all here because she's not all there.
Sometimes they kind of think she's gone.
all right. Well, we're running out of time. We've literally got 5 minutes. Vera, are you ready?
I am.
She's got to
Ready?
swallow.
Okay, let us.
Too.
Make like
But we-
God.
We don't
She
know how many
IHOP'd.
tablespoons. We don't know how many teaspoons, but she's all heated up for Vera's van.
I need the heat here in New York. It's freaking freezing.
All right, go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, vent.
Okay. Well, kids, 2022, I'm going to be a little kinder. I'm not going to try and take down the other side anymore. I'm trying to be good about it. Well, today, one of my very good friends, who is a Trumper, posted on his Facebook page this long freaking story about, well, I made reservations at this restaurant and they asked to see my vaccination card. Well, I asked, do you know who my waiter's going to be? Can you prove to me that my waiter doesn't have HIV, Hep A, Hep B, or any other communicable disease? Because I don't feel like I have to prove that I blah, blah, blah. And it went on for ages. Well, in the interest of being kind, I wasn't going to slap his argument to shit, but I did write back, not for nothing, but all 3 of those diseases and communicable diseases are all sexually transmitted. Just what are you planning to order at this restaurant? And I followed it up with a bunch of smiley faces. I'm making a joke. Yeah, it's at your expense, but I'm not attacking you for your wrong beliefs. Oops, did I say that? And then I started thinking, what happened to our sense of humor? All of his Trumper friends are piling on me. Oh, my God, we're going to hire some homeless person to follow the people into the bathroom and make sure they wash their hands. We don't really have to do that anymore because we do have a health department that has made certain codes. All of people handling food don't get to handle it with their bare hands because too many of them weren't washing them. We make these rules for a reason. And I'm so tired of conservatives saying, we got to go back to the real values. What are you trying to conserve? Please tell me. Do you want to go back to the days when Hep A was transmitted by your food because all the workers were wiping their ass and not washing their hands? Is that where you want to go back to? Because we can do away with the rules if that's what you want. And what's okay and what's not okay? Why do you get to decide what's okay? It's not okay to have a vax mandate. And because it might inflict on your religious freedom, but you can, ignore the gospel and not feed the poor and not clothe the hungry or the homeless, the helpless. You don't have to have a vaccine because it's your body, your autonomy, but you're more than willing to say that woman can't have an abortion or any other reproductive authority over herself. What rules are okay? When does this stop? When does logic kick in? You won't use a vax passport, but you have to have 3 forms of ID in this country to vote in some states. You call yourselves Christians, but you won't let somebody feed or give water to somebody who's been standing in line for hours or somebody who's homeless living on the street. The state of Florida arrested this priest who continued to feed the homeless even though they said he couldn't. And he went to jail 8 times for feeding the poor. Come on, guys. When does this become less ridiculous? When can we get back to making jokes? I really was just making a joke. It's like, what are you ordering at that restaurant? Oh my God, you liberal pussies, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? You think I'm a liberal pussy? Wait till you meet Jesus. Done.
Wait
That
till
was
you
pretty
meet
intense.
Jesus. That's the tagline of the year. Wait till you meet Jesus. I love it. Yeah.
I mean,
Cat's eyes when you said liberal pussy was great. Some of the best stuff happens off screen, doesn't it?
Can we see a replay?
No, it's gone. It's lost to the. It's lost
thank
to the
goodness.
ether,
Thank goodness.
which is sad. So as Jeffrey has been saying today, thank you for everyone that's watched / listened, whatever, to us. Please, 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 pretty please make sure that you go and subscribe to our socials at Live UCR at Instagram and Twitter. And then we've also got Uncensored Radio, obviously, at YouTube, and my Uncensored Radio at Facebook. Basically, if you're on social media, you can find us, and we will find you, and we will try and make you laugh or squirm or be uncomfortable, because that's what comedy's about, people.
And maybe if you're lucky, you'll even get hepatitis.
Yeah, you never know.
Not if you live in a state where you still have to, food handlers have to wear gloves.
And come have some therapy with friends on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll all be chatting in the little chat thing with you.
Yeah, wonderful. And of course, Uncensored Horror we have coming up next week as well. We had our first what happened of the year this year, so there's still lots of stuff coming. We've got some interviews popping up. We've got in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to have a bit of a visit from 2 very special friends of the show. If you have watched us for a little while, listen to them. They're flying about the girls because they can. But yes, get your spooky meter ready, because we've got some guests coming back, and there's some other good stuff in the pipeline too. But I'm not going to tell you, because you'll have to join us to find out. So until next week, everyone keep it uncensored, and we will see you then. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You've all got COVID. Good night.
Bye.
The scariest sound, the scariest sound you've heard since early 2020.
Oh, that's a fact.